Now Zimbabwe is on fire. Say Wicknell Chivhayo, Mike the Milk, Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu are unwanted. Yes, we saw ZACC chairman Michael the Reza making a statement. Then we also saw Zanu PF speaking on the issue concerning Sir Wicknell Chivhayo campaigning for Zanu PF party. Now, the Zimbabwe social media fraternity has welcomed this news. However, there has been more calls, and the name that is being called upon now becoming the eye of the storm is Priscilla Chigumba. Jikanzini anu ko Priscilla Chigumba. So Priscilla Chigumba was not mentioned anywhere by the ZACC in their statements. Anyways, my case as Priscilla Chigumba, they are a little bit lighter because muna angu mention what arukupo marika, arukupo cash, and they are not mentioned nezita. So in that regard, there is not much information there. Now, just something a little bit fun before we'll take a listen to what the Reza was saying. Now, this is the Reza that is going to dissect and slice, say, Wicknell Chivhayo, Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu. If we take this word wanted and we just skip here after 4 letters, we get want ed. Then if we go to Wicknell, a space here, we get Wicknell Chivhayo Tatovaya Harare. Right. So apparently Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu are said to be out of the country, hence why they haven't yet showed up for their ZACC attack. Yes, and ZACC has issued a warning saying we will take action should these guys fail to make cooperation. They should avail themselves at our station. Now, this is the ZACC chairman, Mr. Reza here. What was him saying here? How much time are you giving them before you can go after them?
Shuviro yedu ndeyekuti vakatouya kana nhasi asi chatirodo toziva kuti vanhu vanenge vaine zvimwe zvavanoda kuita. Tinokudza mahuman rights evanhu, kunyangwe munhu achinzi ane mhosva yaakapara asi ane kodzero dzake dzatinorespektawo. Saka hatina kuvapa time limit, asi isisu tine time limit yedu yekuti tikasvika musi wakati vasina kuuya tinenge totoona kuti tingaite sei. Asi regai nditi zvese zvinhu kurutivi rwedu rweZACC zvese zviri under control.
All right, he is very confident and he just says regai nditi kurutivi rwedu rweZACC everything and thing is under control. Now this guy speaks with eloquence and also he speaks with clarity. And of course, yes, he is the ZACC chairman. Speaking here, one might take him lightly, but what I'm noticing from this guy speaking, actually, this guy has layers that he can reveal depending on who he is speaking with. So here we're seeing him in this conversation with the media.
The commission munopomerwa mhosva yekuti munongobata vanhu muchirega vashinga asina kutonga zvakanaka.
Now he's being asked on the catch and release, and here what he says is this. He says the thing is, when you the public give us information and cases, you don't give us enough information that can guarantee that one will face up with their crimes. So in this statement, actually, the ZACC chairman reveals how the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission works. He goes on to speak on Wicknell Chivhayo's leaked audios, citing that the first leaked audio didn't have much evidence that would need their intervention, but come the second audio and the leaked documents, then it was a whole new procurement. Let's continue.
Vanhu vanogona kudaro zvavo ichokwadi, vanhu vane kodzero yekufunga, asi chokwadi chandinoda kutaura ndechekuti kuZACC hatingobata munhu on bare allegations, nderegero ndashandisa izwi rechirungu, pasina kubata munhu kuti zvangotaurwa kuti pane angoti uyu akaba mari uyu tobva tabata. Tinoda kuziva kuti zvamukuti akaba mari akaiba sei. Ndo chikumbiro chedu kune vanhu vese muZimbabwe kuti kana uchiziva kuti pabasa pangu kana kuti nhingi akaba mari, chitibatsira nekuti akaiba sei.
No, now as he's speaking, it seems ZACC acts on information, or rather on tip-offs from the public. It seems they act, or do they? And they just acting on this one because it has become so public and they just can't brush it off like this. So obviously the crowd has to be cooled. Do these guys really act on cases, or they just acting on this case because it has gained or garnered so much attention here? If we look at it, say Wicknell Chivhayo, how he portrays President Emmerson Mnangagwa, it is not bad, calling him his daddy, right, and all that which has been happening. I don't think President ED would have bad blood with Sir Wicknell Chivhayo following the leaked audio or the utterances in the leaked audio. Of course, the amounts that are involved here, it's a lot of money. It is many money. Now, to an ordinary citizen, an ordinary Zimbabwean citizen who may be surviving on $300 per month, 40 million is a gazillion. 40 million, 40 what? But when a President ED will be seeing these cases, we are up to 100,000, we are up to 150,000, you know, their perspective. So is ZACC really acting on this case as in really acting on it? Or this is to just cool down the people? We saw Priska Mfumira getting acquitted. Yes, Priska Mfumira. NASA saga involving 90 million. Double and a half the Wicknell Chivhayo issue. So Priska Mfumira pandasa Maria Chivhayo anakuti ayo
anoshandisana nani, akaiviga kupi, akatenga chii, izvo ndo zvinotibatsira kuti wane pekutangira. Saka mubvunzo wenyu wakanaka mukoma, asi ndo zvatinoshuvira kuti dai vanhu vakatipa.
Alright, saka mubvunzo wenyu wakanaka mukoma, ndo zvatinoshuvira. So I'm not gonna go deep in the language of this guy, right? It is clear language. It reveals a lot of layers of this guy. Saka mubvunzo wenyu wakanaka mukoma doesn't mean mubvunzo wenyu wakanaka mukoma. Yes, it means mvunzo nyokanaka mkoma, right? But it's a complicated question you are asking me here. And even if I give you the answer, I can just tell you this, mvunzo nyokanaka mkoma, because you are not going to grasp the response that I'm going to give you. It is so simple.
Saka manzwa ndati pekutanga audio yekutanga yanga isinganyasotaura zvokuti tingati toda kubvunza vanhu, asi pakazobuda audio yechipiri
and saka manzwa ndati pekutanga audio yekutanga yanga isinganyasotaura zvakakwana zvokuti tingati toda kubvunza vanhu, right? Speaking as somebody who acts on what is happening, their eyes are everywhere. Of course, there's the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission. They committed to deal with those who commit, not actually seeing criminal omission.
The document rakazoburitswa takaona kuti ezvotane pekutangira.
Ne document rakazoburitswa takaona kuti ezvotane pekutangira. This statement also, this guy might actually be wanting to put this as if the documents and the audios is the only evidence that these guys have. I'm not going to go deep into the details, into the legal details of this case, right? But what I can say, with all there is and how damning it seems, it is something, nothing, something, just like that. He laughs here. Zvino ndikadaro handisi ndinoenda bhurutsa shiri dzangu here. The word shiri, what does he mean here? Okay, da bhurutsa shiri, maybe it's just a common saying, but this guy is an intellectual. He just doesn't say things. This guy. Anyway, we're gonna leave this one here. Now, what does Zanu PF Information Director of Information say here? Again, this guy has got good articulation.
What he was doing was his philanthropic work, but however, a good thing can be overtaken by a worse thing that occurs. In as much as we appreciate,
he was doing philanthropic work. However, a good thing might be overtaken by a bad thing. Then he goes on to mention the philanthropic work that Wicknell Chivhayo has been doing. Now, as much as this guy is making this statement, it is more leaned to the side of solidarity with Wicknell Chivhayo.
His philanthropy. We are very saddened and disheartened by the utterances he was recorded, or he recorded himself making.
Now we are saddened by what? The utterances that he himself recorded.
So these things have sought out to negate his own actions. If there are going to be any further donations by Mr. Chivhayo or anyone else, I'm sure as the party, we shall not be more circumspect on how these donations are made and the platforms on which these donations shall be made.
So the party is not stopping Mr. Wicknell Chivhayo from making donations, but they're saying when these donations will be coming, will be just should they be coming? Of course, my donations are not rambwe. My donations are rambwe. And now we're seeing the nation donating to Chivhayo. Oh God. Or maybe Wicknell Chivhayo is just a brilliant guy who looks for the money. Mfes anofunga madiri kutoka begi say. Because ndiye guy ajetika. Oenda mstreet and guys ande tunora jeti kwakati. Kana anangoshimanya chuni chake ega. Ovaisa mari muomwe make ega. Kuti wakashanda naro ana Mike Chimombe etc and Scott Sakwanya. Earlier on this year we saw Wicknell Chivhayo gifting Scott Sakwanya a Rolls Royce Ghost. Imagine Rolls Royce arisister watch is the remote car. Rolls Royce Ghost just the name of the car sounds like a James Bond movie, Rolls Royce Ghost. It's just the name of the car. Only the name is expensive. Even just writing it down, how do you spell it? Rolls Royce. Just look at the lettering, just the wording. It just makes beautiful lettering and beautiful calligraphy there. Anyways, let us continue.
Certain changes are definitely going to come. We welcome people that want to help the people of Zimbabwe. If they want to help them through the name of the party, they are still very welcome. But as a party, we're going to look into how we handle these issues of donations by individuals to our party rank and file.
All right, that was Zanu PF Director of Information there. So Zanu PF is pegged with a lot of these guys, as we are seeing right here. Their presentation, how they present these cases straight up, they don't sound like some barbaric stuff. No, guys, what we're doing is this, and this thing is this thing. So this is a different tack. It is different now from the days we saw approach yana change rai hunzi manje. No, what the thing is now there are two things involved. One thing is the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna sign out right about now. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe, and then click the bell icon so that you get notified every time we upload a video or every time we go on live. Remember to stay alive. Dr. Clarence Champions Network. I'm out of here.